They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle. On your screen now, here are the offensive starters. At wideout, Antonio Brown is certainly someone that the defense always has to account for.
Without a doubt, a true #1 receiver. It doesn't matter to him how defenses want to cover him. He sees it as a challenge and knows how to defeat them.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Now Roethlisberger on first down, surveying the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Hey, I wanted to sneak this in. Overtime in the Super Bowl. First ever, by the way. Some folks after were having the discussion, do they like the college rules for overtime better? Should each team at least get an offensive possession? What do you think?
Now, how deep are you talking about the college rules? Because I don't like the college overtime because it feels gimmicky to me. Because it's
starting
not real
from the
football.
25.
Yeah, it's not real football. But you're talking about make it equal.
Should each team at least get a possession?
I am so old school, Brandon. I liked the original sudden death. Okay? Coin flip. One team gets the ball, one team doesn't. You have a chance to stop them on defense. If you don't do that, so be it. That's just me. But in this situation, I do like the tweak the NFL made. If you go downfield and score a touchdown, that's your ball game. If it's a field goal or less, then the other team gets a possession. I think that's more than equitable. But for me, bring it back to the original sudden death.
Man, you are old school. I do think at least it should be a touchdown. A field goal should not decide it on the first possession. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Call it a gain of 5. And they're able to convert here on 4th and inches. And connection #1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. It may be all of that. I'll still call him Boney Tony. But Ben Roethlisberger calls him my #1 target.
Well, let's change pace for a second. Talk about the Super Bowl. Had some great catches in that game. 2 that will certainly be remembered. The Julio Jones grab on the sideline. And then the last one by Edelman on that drive to tie the game. Unbelievable.
I'll start with Julio because it was unlikely to me about him catching the ball because the coverage from Eric Rowe was tight. He was in front of him, and I think he obscured his vision for just a split second. And
Sammy Coates off to the races and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Sammy Coates, 52 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, That's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. All right, we got a lull here, so I want to talk about what you and I were discussing before the game. I asked you, what was the difference in the Super Bowl first 3 quarters versus the fourth quarter? What allowed New England to have that comeback besides Tom Brady?
I think now that we've had a chance to have a little perspective, right, to step back from it, I'm not sure we realized the accumulation of body blows that was going on in that game. And what I mean by that is the number of offensive plays New England was running. Because for the longest time, they weren't having great success, but they had the football, and Atlanta did not. And by the end of the game, New England ran 93 plays to Atlanta's, I believe, 46. And Atlanta's defense was gassed by the end of the game, and that helped allow Tom Brady and that offense of the Patriots to come back, tie it up, and then win it in overtime. So I think we kind of missed that along the way when Atlanta was riding high and controlling the ball game.
Throwing again, Prescott on 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Whoosh, still on his feet. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Prescott on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And you think of all the years, speaking of Witten, that he's been around, but that touchdown catch he had against the Packers in the playoffs this year, that was his first postseason career TD.
Come on. That's not true.
Yeah.
That's not true. Where did you get that stat?
Now, that's not as much his fault as their lack of postseason appearances, but it was his first.
That's for real? That's legit?
That is legit.
Hard to believe.
Still, and this is a guy that hasn't missed a game since his... In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. And a big turnover. His guys will get the football back. They'll start out on the ground with Bell, and he'll be taken down at the 18. In 12 regular season games this last year for Bell, averaging over 150 yards from scrimmage. First 2 games in the playoffs were great, but, you know, getting injured in the final game probably leaves a bad taste in his mouth.
Leaves a bad taste, gives him fuel for the next season, though, because, remember, for the last few years, he hasn't been able to play a full season for various reasons. Now, going into next year, imagine those numbers over a 16-game season and heading into the playoffs. Le'Veon Bell can set new records.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
On now the Steelers' 2nd-year punter. This is Australian-born Jordan Berry. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play.
get the dub.
We gonna jump this bitch in?
Hey, get this fool.
Come help me too, though. Don't forget me.
Oh, where you at?
I'm up here fighting this dude. I'm down here now. Alright, we got it. Oh, there's a radar.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go. One-on-one. My chat savages. They said, Lily said honorably jumped him. Okay. No, wait, why is it not recording?
Collect, upgrade, dominate. It's time to build your... Collect, Select, upgrade, dominate. It's time to build your ultimate team from a mix of players from around the league. Let's get started.
You better not be the one to doubt us, 'cause we've been putting in the hours. We only taking what was ours. So you better not be the one to doubt us, 'cause we gon' blow your mind. We gon' blow your mind. We gon' blow your mind. Okay, whoa. We've been on the road, from the go. Hit my blow. You know we've been down for too long to give up. Can't go. I need all pesos, want it all. Case closed. I go balls to the wall, can't hold to the ball game over. These boys can't hold me. You boys can't hold us. I told you. Better not be the one to doubt us, 'cause we've been putting in the hours. We only taking what was ours. So you better not be the one to doubt us, 'cause we gon' blow your mind. We gon' blow your mind. We gon' blow your mind. When I was back home washing them dishes, I was just wishing I could just vision. I was gon' get it. I was on missions. I was just living. Walked in that building, we was just building, taking our time. We was just yielding. We was just chilling away from these haters. Know they be watching like a theater. Yeah. Plotting these niggas that we need later. They gon' degrade us. It won't delay us. This is what made us. We got Omega. Probably roll. Probably just leave. I see you later. I salute Wake. Cop a new crib. Got some new neighbors. You get this big, they gon' want favors. They gon' want flavors. Probably roll. Hope the Lord save us. Wait from these haters. Hope the Lord save us. Wait from these snakes. Wait from these fakes. Wait, I need breaks. Wait, I need cake. How long can we wait? Come on, for peace sake. You better not be the one to doubt us, 'cause we've been putting in the hours. We only taking what was ours. So you better not be the one to doubt us, 'cause we gon' blow your mind.
Select upgrade.
We gon' blow your mind. We gon' blow your mind.
They are men, and they are giants. Bass and stills in the building, flash the camera. I'ma drop the hammer. Things done changed the hip-hop since I let Bobby out the slammer. Hip-hop start on the East Coast and then move west now down to Bama. I'ma bring it back to New York, hold those and throw your hands up. Pass me a cup of the in the club with the juice in the get bent out. Then I'ma slide with it to my ride and head up to my penthouse. Oh, I'm not trying to take it slow, working hard, caking dough. Open up 24, we striving for that goal.
I'll stop for nothing. I will play this game that's so easily started, not so easily parted. Giants, giants, everything is shaking through the walls. 'Cause we are giants, giants.
CNN, this is ghetto editorial. See me like milk and Oreos. Dipped inside the audio, platinum plaques in my portfolio. My lines are finest, they blow your mind like you can do what you wanna do as a group or solo. Boston cold with a bowl of chili. Summer cheesesteak on the roll in Philly. I'm a patriot, don't do a hatred. If you make that beef, I'll smack you so that. Back on up on this before you.
All right, Larry, hope everyone is settled in for a great Draft Champions contest. Here, lucky to witness it, I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. These guys that you see on your screen, they won't be witnessing, they will be participating in what should be an excellent game. Let's get down to the field. It's time for kick. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. This is fielded at the goal line. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete, and it's 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
There's so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play?
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Julius Peppers coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And he fires one, but incomplete. Eric Decker, the intended target, and it's 4th down.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves.
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. Oh, but he'll be stopped well short of the 1st down marker, and it's a turnover on downs.
Anytime a fake doesn't work, We usually focus our attention on the guys that were unsuccessful. But how about the defensive guys? They have to plan all week. They have to prepare all week. Special teams, it looked like they were educated for that one.
Educated on their toes and getting a big stop. On 1st and 10, Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mario Edwards in there to drop.
You should be working, guys.
It'll be a loss of about 8. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to
But
what you
check
said in the
my
beginning. A great
see
job
if I'm
defensively.
talking.
Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done. So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle. Not only is a slant route really difficult to cover, it's a real staple play for an offense on a 4th down because it's a quick-hitting play. Get the ball in the hands of the quarterback right to the receiver.
And the receiver has to be ready because that thing's coming on a rope. The intended
hello?
Baldwin, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us play, but look for them to try it again later.
2nd and 10, Luck again. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. 6 yards is the pick. Third down and 4.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2.
Luck throwing again. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Cundiff able to knock it through, and it's 3-0.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
So our initial drive here this afternoon results
Testing,
in 3.
testing,
I'm not
1, 2,
sure that was a
3.
statement
Testing,
necessarily, but
testing,
getting
1,
points
2,
on the
3.
road, never a bad thing.
Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Just a little bit by taking the early lead.
Alright, just want to make sure. If like any real people watching, just had to make sure my thing was good, so you guys can hear me.
You see these calls on 4th down when they decide to go for it. It's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. That one good for 21 yards. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And it's brought in by Eric Decker. And he takes this thing down deep into Chicago territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 47 yards. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Rodgers now on first down. That is caught at the 7. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. Red zone opportunity. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get them in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game? Partner, we're into the 2nd quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you've got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
Rodgers now on 3rd and goal. This will be caught at about the 3. It'll be a gain of 9. They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 5. Ajayi stops short on 4th and goal, and the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand. Very tough spot here for the offense to start. From his goal line here, Luck. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. The veteran Robert Mathis there to make the tackle. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. 6 yards to go here on 2nd down. Hill, the lone setback. On 2nd down, here's Luck. Evans has it left side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. 3rd down now following the completed pass. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the 1st down.
Over the middle to Evans. 23 yards on the play.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner. Toughness in the pocket, strong and stout. But let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston. Then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. It's a loss of 8 there on the 1st down play. And they're going to speed things up here.
Well, so much for all the time that you spend in practice, because for offensive linemen and running backs to get in sync, that requires a ton of practice time, a ton of watching tape together, a ton of really getting to where you're thinking with one mind on every single play that's called, every single run, because you want to know how your guy's going to block it. They want to know how he's going to run it.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the red zone now, Luck. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jumps.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Back near the goal line. Here's Rodgers. He's going to let this, and the defense loses him. It's complete. That one goes for 36 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
The final shot before half for Rodgers. Steps away to his left. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be second down. And now they're in the hurry-up.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola. And then, of course, to Stanford. And, boy, he's been good. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On second down, Hill trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Now Luck. He hits Baldwin right side. A gain of 4 on the play. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Here we go with Hill.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. They'll come out in the pistol. Rodgers now on first down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Here's Rodgers. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. And quickly, they get to the line.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now flags, and we're going to get a delay of game. So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
A very nice pickup at 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
But that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Dennis Pitta, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. They worked out for 6. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right?
And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Chicago. Jesse James, 76 yards. And the Bears have retaken the lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Throwing is Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. But it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So the offense able to recover the fumble, but it's 3rd down now. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete. Eric Decker was the intended receiver, and it brings up 4th down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And hauled in by Pitta. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. And a great spot to start this drive from here. On 1st and 10, Locke. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Now it's Locke. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll try to pound it in with Hill. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
From the 2-yard line yet again. Let's see what they can do on 3rd and goal. They come out here in the eye. They'll try to run it. It's Hill. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Here we go. A big play and a tight game late. They're going on 4th and goal. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. They'll run. Here's Burton, the fullback. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the result, instead of the chip shot to tie, they turn the ball over on downs. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And this offense, this new offense, would appear they still have a few kinks to work through.
And isn't that to be expected? It's a unit that hasn't played together in a real game before. So they definitely got some growing pains, Brandon. And this one, it cost them 2 points.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Again, it's Hill. Muscles him on. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
You have to love and admire the effort because he almost broke free in the backfield, but you also have to love and admire what the defense did. Swarmed the play and made sure he couldn't get anywhere, a loss of yardage.
Still 9 yards to go on third down. Now Luck. James has got it. Complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. On fourth down, Luck. And that is incomplete. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And the Steelers set to take the field. And last time they surrendered to safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver, 27 yards. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Rodgers will throw for it. And no, incomplete. They can't convert. So they tried to bump the lead up to a field goal. Instead, it stays at 1 here in the 4th. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up in the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
They'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
My high school coach John Ford used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
He's back to throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. And it's 4th down. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. He'll look to throw. He finds Beckham complete. Odell Beckham Jr. across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Tell me practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got? And no, it's incomplete. So they can't convert for two, but they still have the lead as we get toward the end of the fourth. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Back to throw. Deep drop. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Byron Maxwell. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays. You focus on, and that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
That'll do it from here for Charles Davis and all our crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching Draft Champions here on EA Sports. For more, head on over to easports.com. Till next time, we say so long from the Bayou.
Don't make me beg, don't make me wait. I need to hold in the darkness of the night. And when I say, show me my place. You are my shelter, baby, let me feel your light. One foot in a deep revival, another one going in the fire. Only one that can save me now is you. Healing, oh, I need a healing. I can feel it now, I can feel it now. Got to get it up now. Healing, oh, I need a healing. I can feel it now, I can feel it now.
It's so important to find players you can really commit to in these first few rounds. You'd hate to have to readdress these same positions later on. Excellent selection. Just what this team needs to maybe get them over the hump. Yeah, not too much analysis needed here. This is quite a get at this stage of the draft. now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches or someone who can really help you out at a playmaker type spot? In these middle rounds, you have to start asking yourself, do you settle for what's available now or do you try and push? Maybe not a huge upgrade over what they had already, but they're certainly building up some depth there. What to do here? Build up the interior of your line or get that skilled player to add another weapon? Some tough choices coming up right about now. Do you go after the best available player or do you go after a position of need? One Seahawk's been taken already. Could there be a second to go here? Now it's getting to the time of the draft where you really want to get lucky and hope somebody falls into your lap. And now, which side of the football will they address? Oh, this guy's a rare talent and a huge upgrade over what they had before.
Oh, my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul.
Both offensive and defensive options here. They might have to ask themselves which side of the ball needs more attention. Yeah, that's the kind of guy who can elevate that entire unit. He's a very talented addition. And I think that pick comes to the surprise of nobody. You had to figure they lean that way if a player from that team became available.
I got a lot on my mind, I got a lot on my plate. I got a couple of trouble, I got some money to waste. I put the tricks on the you put your on the car. It's like a weekend at Bernie's and baby, you with the bar. I'm about to get it poppin', call a Uber, cause I'm a scuba. Dive while he driving, shawty right.
Boy, you talk about a friendly turn of the cards. This is a great round for these guys as they get themselves a dynamic player right here.
I got paper and I ain't gon' chase you, baby. I'm gon' take you down. Come on, shake it, baby. Turn that around. I'm like,
Oh, my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh, my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. Who's on with me now? Who's on with me now?
I done graduated, baby. Maserati, the Bugatti. Coach seats to private, coast to coast ballin'. Call your friends, the weekend's coming. I'm about to give you the rock, now pour. Give me one for the money, you the one for the night. You know you one in a million if you the one that I like. You got a lot of. For the ruler. I got paper and I ain't gon' chase you, baby. I'm gon' take you down now. Come on, shake it, baby. Turn that around. I'm like,
Oh, my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh, my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. Who's on with me now? Who's on with me now?
take it up another notch and make it drop it and never take it down. Take it down. 30-something thousand, watch it, show me something, baby.
Who's on with me now? Who's on with me now?
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, we have a matchup of two quarterbacks who were the #1 and 2 picks from the 2015 NFL Draft. It's Marcus Mariota going up against Jameis Winston. So let's get you over to Tampa as we say hello to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Tennessee Titans and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Sims. And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 1st and 10, Winston. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The tight end, Cameron Brate, was the target. And it's 2nd down. And this offense can air it out, and when they do, you have to key on Mike Evans.
And we do think about his catch radius first and foremost. A tall, lean receiver, but he actually can make some agile plays as well.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
And look here, it's an opening drive fake. But he will not come anywhere close to the 1st down marker, and that gives us a turnover on downs. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Now here's the first carry for DeMarco Murray. Fighting through, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota, and that is incomplete here. Rashard Matthews, the intended target on the defensive side of the football for the Bucs. Here's the lineup. You know, you look at last year, 2016, 23 points a game, right in the middle of the league, but improved, I think. How do they look going forward?
Well, they did improve, and they improved throughout the second half of the year. They focused on communication. They cut down some of the stuff they were doing defensively, made it simpler, and they played a lot faster. And look, Gerald McCoy is a terrific player on the defensive line. You got linebackers that can run in Levante David and Quan Alexander. And I thought that Keith Tandy really emerged as a safety for them down the stretch and made some big-time plays.
On 1st down, Murray. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
It may sound trite to a lot of people, but when you have a team that actually does believe in you, It really helps your overall play. DeMarco Murray found exactly that in Tennessee with the Titans.
Because he didn't really have him. You're alluding to him not having that in Philadelphia?
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, look, he started as the guy there. By the end of the season, he was no longer that guy. The offense didn't seem to fit for him, but it fit perfectly in Tennessee as he led a big-time attack, third in the league in rushing.
Yeah, finishing just shy of 1,300 yards, 12 total touchdowns as well. So second down was a run play. Now let's see what they do on third. Mariota on 3rd and 2. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. First down and goal. The offense knocking on the door. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. They'll say again, it's Murray. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Throwing is Mariota. That's caught at the 1. It's a gain of 5. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. So on 4th down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Succop. And Succop will put this one right through. With the former Volunteer Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Titans with the football here to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Now here's Succop out to kick it away. And this kick goes out of bounds, and that's obviously why the flag comes out here.
And now you can see the defense greeting the kicker as they go out to play. The starting field position for the offense is excellent, puts a lot more pressure on the defensive guys.
Yeah, and if the kicker thinks he's lonesome, he's really lonesome after a play like this.
He better hope that he's lonesome, because who's ever standing next to him is probably on the defensive side, and they're none too happy.
A first down throw for Winston. And a catch right side by Evans.
A monster 2016 for Mike Evans. His Buccaneers didn't make the playoffs, but it wasn't because of his production. Led the league in targets and was in the top 5 in many other receiving categories. What a big-time year for him.
At 4th in yards, 2nd in touchdowns, just outside of the top 5, 6th in catches. So he's going to be a handful for teams in the future. I mean, he's got a long career ahead of him.
A long career ahead of him, and look for him to increase his yards after catch as he moves forward in his career.
1 receiver left, 3 to the right. The play fake to Sims. Now Winston. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. The target that time was Vincent Jackson. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
So 3rd and 5, 3rd and medium here. Here's Winston. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. 1 receiver to the left is Evans. Jameis now on 1st down. Evans has it left side. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
They come out here in the eye. They go play action here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested, and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
On play action, Winston. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The intended receiver that time, Adam Humphries. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. On third down, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They're going to try for it on fourth. Winston stays out there.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well. Allowed.
And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Adam Humphries, 33 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Wow, talk about a big fourth-down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown. Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result. All right, Larry, thank you. It is indeed time for a Draft Champions matchup and what is set to be a great Draft Champions matchup. In the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis, and these guys should have a huge impact on the outcome of this game. They're ready to roll. We're ready to roll. Let's roll. And it's the birth of a new club as we're underway in Draft Champions. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The play clock's running down. On first down, Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. He let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front. Completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one. So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Throwing on third down, Newton out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It'll be a gain of 11, and that's going to make it fourth down.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be design runs as well as his scrambles.
They snap it to Newton. And this is incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. They'll throw on first down with Griffin. Rolling to his right. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down, Griffin. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series. And because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Williams in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big time sack.
7 yards on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They will go for it. Now Newton sliding out of the pocket. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse. And that'll bring up second down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Second and 10. Once again, Griffin. And that's going to be incomplete. So a second down incompletion now brings up third down. On third down, Griffin. And that will be incomplete as well.
Not only was that a 3-and-out, it was their third straight incompletion on this drive, and they didn't even think about trying to run the football. Now they have to give it up.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10. 4th down. Here's RG3. Trying to lay one up deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. And now a first down following that long gain.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on third down plays, but when you go for it on fourth down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Griffin now off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. Touchdown, Carolina.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Billy Cundiff now to kick the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Uh-oh, flag comes out here. This is going to be roughing the kicker.
When you're going back there on the kick block, you've got to go to the right point. That didn't happen. Ran into the kicker. The penalty flag had to come out.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front? Creating a new line of scrimmage and creating...
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. Here's Woodhead. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Jordan Reed was the intended target, and now it's second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down. Off the play fake. Here's Griffin. And his throw here's incomplete.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. They come out with one back and three tight ends. Now Griffin. And the third down pass falls incomplete. His tight end, Dwayne Allen, the intended receiver. And fourth down coming up. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
It's a short kick, taking it to 15.
Oh, good luck with that.
Oh, my goodness. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception or your little pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Paul Soliai in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. On second down, Peterson. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. More from the desert after this. Throwing on third down, Newton. Caught on the right side by Jones. Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. He's got time in the pocket. And this is incomplete. A surprise.